Hey Flea fam, welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea.
What's up? Oh my gosh, we are in the third week of February? Like it's literally about to be March because February is so short.
Don't talk to me about that.
Whatever, St. Patrick's Day is coming.
Are you saying that because I'm in green today?
Yeah, I'm honestly inspired by it. It's like, it's giving me spring hope.
Yeah, I feel like I have to get rid of the sweater season before it's too late, you know?
That's why I'm wearing my best.
Yeah, exactly. We got to wear the last of the cozies, if you will, because it's almost the season of fresh air and light jackets.
Ooh, I'm ready.
The best, dude.
I am ready. You know, we got through the longest 10 weeks of the year, whatever, between November and the end of January. So now I feel like in the last, have you noticed in the last few weeks, the time it's getting darker later?
I know. But I am just kind of sick overall of how fast
life is going.
Yeah, it's just not okay.
I'm going to be 40 before I know it. That's how I feel.
I literally am.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I'm not okay.
No.
I'm really not okay. It's
I think about when we first met in COVID.
I know.
And I'm like, that was literally 5 years ago.
And it feels like 1 year ago.
Yep.
But I was literally no, it's not, Christina, at all.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, anyways, we're here. We're back for another episode. So welcome back, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy February still. And the past couple of weeks have been a little intense with us, on this love train. And I actually wanted to, keep it going, but on a different perspective. And more of a self-love thing. And we've done a few of these too, where we've done crystal healings,
Sure.
and some other ones were were refreshing and whatever, but we've never really talked about just a whole episode dedicated to yourself. And I think that's one thing that is very trendy and buzzy nowadays, putting your own oxygen mask on first and making sure that your mental health, your physical health, your everything is in order before you can do anything else, right? Before you can be a parent, before you can be a friend.
Sure.
Before you can, be your best self.
If your mental isn't all the way there, things are stressful.
I don't know. I feel it's just gone of the days of the being the hero of doing everything and go
you
go
gotta
go
take
and
time
not
for
asking
yourself.
for help. Yeah, exactly.
Completely.
People are being a little bit more selfish, and they should be. So
I agree.
Anyways, hopping on that train, and we're just going to talk about self-love today.
I love it.
So I love this too, because I feel sometimes too, you get so busy and you get so involved in your day-to-day and what's going on, and you really don't get to reflect a lot.
No.
So
agreed.
I know. You ready?
Yeah, I am. Let's get into it.
All right. So let's start with some just chat. And how do you, first of all, what do you think is self-love? Do you think it's because we hear it all the time. It's what does everyone say?
Affirmations?
Self-care, yeah.
So definitely.
So define it for you.
I think self-love can be a variety of things. Excuse me. I think that self-care for me is definitely one of them. When I'm taking care of my skin, my hair, my nails, all that stuff, unfortunately, that does make me tick, and that really does make me feel good inside. Working out, journaling, hanging out with friends also, I think are very big parts. I think self-love it's kind of a little bit of everything all mixed together in one. For me, I think it's just working on yourself and doing the things that make you feel good and happy within your skin and who you are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I really love that. I think that's so true.
Yeah, I don't think there's one factor to show self-love.
Right.
I really think it's a combination of a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Think about a pasta salad. We're just mixing it all together.
Yeah, that's true. And at the end of the day, it's this delicious thing.
Correct.
Totally. Now I'm hungry.
How do you describe self-love? Like a pasta salad.
That's literally going down in the book.
Cool. Sick.
It's amazing. You know what? I think similarly to you, there's just this it really is so broad, especially because to me it's things that make you feel good and make you feel happy, and that could be anything. You know, it could be I mean, if people do like bubble baths, I don't, but like, you know, like any of those like relaxing things, or
it could be literally walking around your neighborhood, listening to an audiobook and just having that 30 minutes of dedicated me time, whether that's leaving your kid at daycare a little bit longer, or, you know, working at some kind of plan out with your partner. I definitely think, though, at the end of the day, you know, people give everything to their job and to other people, that like you also still have to nourish yourself.
For sure.
You can't show up 100% if you're not feeling good.
Do you think that it looks different between men and women?
Of course.
What's different?
I don't think it's even like a question with men. Like, they're going to do what they want to do.
They automatically do it.
Like, okay, I just think about this. I think about growing up, right? My parents are still married, almost 40 years. We have me, I'm the oldest, and 2 younger brothers. My dad wouldn't be like, oh, Wanda, like, we need a sitter for this. No, he did his basketball league during the week. He went golfing, and he went to the gym. Those were non-negotiables. You know, I feel bad for my girlfriends who are moms, and, you know, even watching me and my youngest brother are years apart. So I was kind of older seeing all this stuff happen. Yeah. It's so different. Like, they have to like, oh, well, can you... It all falls on the mom, I feel or the woman. And it's like, you have to, no matter what, like, you have to make yourself important, and like know that like it's okay to take time for yourself. For sure. And everyone deserves to have that time for themselves. Yeah. 100%. But I definitely think it's a little different for men. I just don't think it's like even like they just do what they want to do. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's easier for them to be able to do that. I just think women make a lot of like, we're like, oh, well, I can't because I got this and that and you know, and it's just like, maybe you're tired, but you know that like that time will actually boost you. You know? I think it was more so like in the way of like how, right? Because it's like, okay, like a woman has like self-care where it's like getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a pedicure, doing all these things, where that might not be like a man's like day-to-day, right? And so it's like, does it look different in that regard? And in that way, I think 100%. Like, I don't know if a guy's going to a sauna every day. Some guys are nowadays, but I'm just saying, like, no, I think just from having brothers, it's like their self-care is literally hanging out with their friends, going to the gym, doing their golf, doing their sports, their annual golf trip, their like boys weekends. Like, that's how they take. True. Okay. Well, so I guess it is. But it's important. It's not fair. No, it isn't fair, okay? All right, can you remember a time when you actually, like, struggled with this and, like, how you kind of overcame that? Yeah, there was a time, I would say probably when I got out of high school. I was, like, taking care of myself, but not really. Like, I didn't start working out like this until the last 6 years. Really? Like, not till 2019, like, till I moved to Chicago. I mean, I was in sports and pom and gymnastics and, you know, whatever through my childhood, but then, like, after that, up until I got older, I wasn't really doing anything. Right. And I... thought I was depressed, honestly, because I just felt like I was in like a rut, but I wasn't really literally taking care of myself. And I wasn't like nurturing myself. I wasn't self-caring. I wasn't doing a random, drugstore face mask. I was not taking care of myself. Yeah. So I definitely have been through that. But it's been a long time. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, it seems to me like in the past 5 to like maybe less than 10 years that these buzzwords of like self-care have like been in was play. Not a thing. It really wasn't. Also, in high school, like, do you even remember hearing self-care? No, never. Our senior year, and like little kids now, like they want. I need it for self-care. No, they weren't ever. They weren't. Girl, you're 8. Yeah. What do you know about self-care? Why do we? But I mean, it's important to like instill that. So I get it. But like, I'm just saying. I don't remember that. I was working 3 jobs and like doing the thing. So I guess it was always happening, but I didn't have a label on it. Yeah, there was no label on it. I don't know.
It's very interesting.
It is
and now we
very
have like a
interesting.
pressure on it. It seems like,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh well, you haven't like cared for yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not using 12 products.
totally. Or like,
Ugh.
I'm now hearing like guys be like, well, you're not really like caring for yourself, and I'm just like, no one has said that to me, but I'm just saying like,
yeah, it's a thing.
whoa.
I'm like,
What
so you guys
know
want
about-
high maintenance women? Is what you're saying?
Some of them do. Some
Yeah.
of them do not still.
Yeah.
So, okay. How do you handle any like negative self-talk if it creeps in? Because obviously that's part of.
Yeah, I definitely have negative self-talk. It's actually gotten better in the last few months. But for me, I think like just trying to, every time I like look in the mirror and see something negative, I literally instantly think of something positive that I love about myself, and it has tremendously helped.
Oh, good.
I also lately, called me tacky, I have been writing affirmations on little sticky notes and just having them in my mirror.
Oh, nice.
And like, you know,
Hey, it's the old school.
I don't care what anyone says. What you're looking at it every day, you fake it till you make it, okay?
Yeah.
You start to believe it. I am the
Well,
richest
Mel
woman in
Robbins always
America.
says, high five yourself.
Yeah.
Like, literally in the mirror, just like high fiving yourself of like, just like a little affirmation for you, a little pat on the back.
I also will say,
Yeah.
like, sometimes when I'm having negative self-talk, it's got a lot to do with me with social media. It always has. So just trying to give myself, like, some boundaries. Once I start to, like, go down that rabbit hole, I just don't go on it for the day. Or I
Yeah.
don't look at my
Yeah.
own page so much.
That
You know
could
what
really
I mean?
do
Like,
it.
I am like, these notifications can wait. Ain't nobody telling me anything important.
Seriously, it's
You
the
know?
same old.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
How does your environment like affect it? Friends, family, work.
Oh, it definitely affects it. Like, I think any stressor in anyone's life affects their
and that's
self-love, self-care.
That's the hardest part, right? Just keeping your like level head on.
I was going to say, it's trying to stay as balanced all around as you can. And, you know, I think what I've just been trying to learn is like there is a time and a place to react to some things, and
Right.
sometimes there isn't.
Right.
And even though it might really suck, like maybe take yourself out of the situation and just look at it
Yeah.
from a different perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just trying to be less reactive, because I notice when I'm reactive, that is when I start to get negative and negative self-talk. It literally all is just like a trickle effect. Effect, you know?
I think if you practice a little bit of something, whether it's like taking some breaths, like, you know, in a time where you like need it, or, you know, taking a walk around. Like, I know for me, like I work in an office still, so like sometimes just like standing up for a second and like walking away from something to like
Yes.
clear your head for a
Yes.
second, or like having lunch a little bit longer with your colleagues,
Yes.
like little things like that maybe you don't classify necessarily like self-love, right? But like it's something to just
Help you, it makes you tick.
help. Yes, exactly. And
Yes.
just like a refresh, a reset, if you will.
I would always, when I can
helpful.
kind of bounce off that, when I worked from home, strictly from home, I was losing my mind a little bit, and it was at my old place. I was close to the river here in Chicago. I would literally take wellness walks and just
you have to.
reboot and
Yep.
just get away for half an hour, get in the sunshine, get my Starbucks, and then you just feel better. It's like you feel better and you can offer people more.
Right.
Because you feel alive
Right.
and rejolted, reboosted.
No, I'm serious. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
What a little sun and air can do.
Girl, you tell me. The vitamin D will
And a
get you
little
all
Tito's,
the
by
way,
the way.
all the way better.
And a nice stiff espresso martini, okay?
Sounds so good right now.
Wow, if you're listening to this in the morning, sorry. No, anyways, I think that's all really important.
Yeah.
But anyways, you know, and it just helps kind of calm you down in a sense of, I just wish like some of these tactics and some of these things that I know now, like I could implement when I was like younger, because there were definitely times where, you know, I was like a young teen, or like freaking out like before a big exam in college, or, you know, a friend was like being really mean to me, and like I didn't know how to react other than just like to start crying, like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
I get
things
it.
like that,
I
where
get it.
I don't know, just
I will say too,
as you grow you just learn, you know.
I know this sounds so like silly, but like I didn't learn the word no until recently. Like I felt like I was pretty stern with my choices, but like apparently not. And I think for me, it's like I always would overextend myself up until I would say probably maybe 5 years ago, when I was like, okay, I can't, like some things I just can't go to, or if I don't want to go, I don't need to force myself to go.
Yes.
Less committing and yeses. Like,
yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying, listen, we all want to be the yes man, the yes girl. We want to be that person for everyone, but that's a lot. It's a lot to have that pressure on you all the time.
You know, that's so funny.
And I feel like that's...
I know. It's hard. You're hard,
a yes girl.
I am, but I don't know, like sometimes I'm not lately. I've been pretty bad.
Good.
And like I'll call.
That makes me so happy. Sorry. It is, because it's draining.
Yeah. Well, the hardest part for me is like a lot of my friends like live in Indiana, for example. And I just remember when I first moved to the city, how happy I was to be here and how much I loved it. And so, for example, I won't forget this one moment. I was literally at my pool on my rooftop with my friends from here that I had invited, and I was like, okay guys, like we can only go to my pool from 11 to 3, and then I have to be done at 3 to like get ready for this like wine fest. And my friends were like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. They were fine with it. And it was like 2:30, and I remember my friend like, okay, don't forget, like we're leaving in 30 minutes. And it was like one of the best days ever. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm leaving this to like go to some, it's like I'm driving an hour and a half or something. I'm putting myself in this situation. I have to get ready. I have to call this off. And like, it goes back to like what you said. It's like sometimes you just have to
say no
and decide. And like
what's more
overworking yourself isn't cute.
No,
you know?
It's stressful.
It is. It's hard.
And then
it was
it's
so
like,
hard for me to say like, hey, I'm not coming to the
you
other
regret
events.
it. You regret it.
But I loved that decision.
Yeah. No, it's
for me. I did.
You do.
Like I was like, this is making me happier right now.
I'm sorry.
And
sometimes you have to be selfish like that. You do.
I mean, that's not to say like don't disrespect your friends, your people. Like my friends, they're like, yeah, it's fine, like whatever. But anyway, sometimes like too, I always call my sister and I'm like, there's such and such thing going on tonight, and I'm like so like tired, and I just worked all day, and this, I'm like, I have sunburn, and I have to clean my house, and I have all this laundry, like I don't know what to do, like should I go? And my sister's literally like, you already know the answer, like do you want to go? And I'm like, no. And she's like, then don't go, you know. But that's the stuff I would do. Like I would put like
pressure on yourself.
But I would put like, you know, me being so exhausted and like my space, like I would sacrifice my stuff for like other things, and that ain't cute either.
Nope.
So I don't know, saying no is hard though.
It is. That's literally like my number one thing here is like learn to say no, politely decline commitments or requests that don't align with your goals. Yeah. Like, and then my mom has said something to me a long time ago, and it kind of always stuck with me, that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to give a reason.
Some people
and
want
I am
reason,
I am that over like excuse. I'm like, oh, I effed up. I gotta. No, this is what it is.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't even have to say sorry sometimes. No, I get that too. I think we're all just in our heads about it sometimes too, you know?
Completely.
And that's part of it. It's like...
Because there's like a weird pressure stigma behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, what about bad days? How do we stay kind to ourselves?
Bad days, honestly, I just try to do like things that make me feel good, to be honest. Going to the gym. I just know it sucks. There's so many times I wake up, it's 3 degrees outside. I am like, there's 1 million things I would rather do. Someone can pull my toenails off with pliers. I don't care. But like, I just know that feeling, that high I'm going to have after. And it really does for me help so much. I can like talk my mood. I can like talk myself into a better mood just by like, honestly, walking for a while would do that for me. I would call, one of the girls and walk for half an hour. I think it's just for me personally, getting out of that bad day is just doing something that I know instantly is going to like switch my mental health. Mm-hmm. Having a drink with the friends.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm a sulker. So it's
You
like,
are?
Yeah. Like, I feel like if it's a bad day, I like let it be a bad day. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know. Like, I'm just like,
I definitely
this
have.
is shit.
I don't have it like that all the
this
time, but I have
sucks.
days like that.
Yeah, where I'm just like, you know what?
I'm not even gonna try to fix it.
Exactly. I'm just gonna sit in this
Yep.
and I'm gonna cry it out.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be whatever it is, like negatively. And I'll come up with a solution. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the solution might not be that second, but it's gonna be like, tomorrow, the next day, the week after, whatever. But like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I'm like, I also don't feel the pressure to like fix something right away. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And I feel like, especially on bad days, when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? It's like you get a bad email, you get a hole in your tire, like you spill coffee on your shirt. Like, it's like it just never ends. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna smile. We're gonna be good about this.
Oh yeah.
We'll reflect on it tomorrow, and then in a week we'll laugh about it. Yeah. So.
You might be on the side of the freeway waiting for a tow truck with a hole. And you know what? You just got to take a step back and say...
Just got to listen to some good tunes or call a buddy, you know?
Time to slow down.
Okay. In some of your bad times, if your best friend spoke to you the way you speak to yourself, would you be okay with it?
No.
Really?
No. I don't speak to myself very nicely. I'm getting better.
Okay.
This is something I've just actively noticed within the last, I would say, year.
Yeah.
So definitely getting better. But no, I'm not the greatest to myself. I'm like so hard on myself, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What do you think, you're the next president? Lady, chill out.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, also, F my friends.
Why was I just going to say that?
Flea.
Screw you.
But they would never.
No.
Like, my friends would be honest, but they would never
be rude.
But I don't talk to myself negatively, though.
No, you don't.
Bad.
You're very good about that.
I have my days. Where I'm like, come on, girl.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no. Okay. What's something you've done outside of your comfort zone that boosted your self-love? This is hard for me because I feel like in order for me to grow in certain aspects, you have to step out of it, you know? And whether that's, finding a romantic relationship or excelling in your job or something, like sometimes you do have to sacrifice, you know what I mean? Something.
What was the question again?
What's something you've done outside of your comfort zone that boosted your self-love?
I mean, to be honest, like 5 years ago, I wasn't working out at all. I got a personal trainer. I was super overweight. That was totally outside of my comfort zone. Then I fell in love with boxing. And then I joined Pilates.
Yep.
None of this stuff was things I planned on doing.
Yeah.
If you told me I was going to be obsessed and going to Pilates multiple times a week, I would have laughed at you. And in my head, I was like, they just stretch and lay on this thing. But I was always like nervous to go. And so like for me, it's like that kind of stuff.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good example for sure.
Yeah.
How do you think hustle culture makes it hard to prioritize yourself?
It's weird. I feel like, are we taking a step back from the hustle culture, or
I don't think
are we
so at
going
all.
further in?
I think it's getting worse.
Yeah.
I see you say that a lot, and I think I see why you're saying that, but then I see people all day, every day that are in full-time jobs, doing content creation full-time, having a side hustle, and like managing a family. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like, what am I doing? Or people like running companies and starting a startup at the same time. Like I don't think people have their gas off the pedal right now.
No, I don't think everyone does.
Yeah. Do I think like there's more balance in people's
I just think
lives,
the stigma is a little bit less of like.
I think it depends though, man. I don't know. I just look at like Gary Vee still and like
but that's a hard
Mel
person.
Robbins
Those
and,
are like celebs though.
For sure, but these are still people that are like go-getters. I mean, look at Kim Kardashian. She has not stopped at all. Whatsoever. Like, talk about hustle. It's like you still have, hate them all you want.
No, I'm not hating them. No,
I'm just saying, but she's got like a brand
I just think
for herself,
too, when you have
2
unlimited
different
amounts of
labels.
money, you can get your, like, you can be anything. Mel Robinson has been around. Yes, she started as like nothing, but like her name's already out there. So now her new book and like all this stuff.
No. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it more of like the inspiring factor of like
keeping it going.
People.
Got it.
That's what I'm saying.
Got it.
I don't think people are snoozing on the couches anymore. I don't think like there's like, oh yeah, like I want to take, and I know what you're saying, but I don't think people are like, I need a vacation more. Like, I think people are taking vacations and still working.
Oh,
like, the hustle's not dead.
No, I definitely think people still take vacations
like, it's
and
crazy.
work.
I don't know. And I guess like some of these people are like now investing in like look at any influencer that you see like online. It's like
they have their own brand.
They have their brand that they're doing the work every single day for brands, and then they're starting their own. You know, and it's like those are totally 2 different things that they're like dipping toes in, and it's like the grind is going.
I think I just look at it a little bit differently. Like, they have a bunch of help. You should have your own brand. Like, at that point, you're literally influencing other people to buy other people's things. It would be really dumb if you didn't have your own brand.
Well, you have to.
That's what I mean. Like, why would you
any
not?
Of that crashes, like, they're donezo.
Right.
Clearly, we saw that with like
TikTok. I know
10 hours of TikTok, man.
So dumb.
But still, I don't know. It's very. I feel it. I feel the pulse, and I feel like I'm not doing enough. But
what are we starting?
I don't know, dude. Stay tuned for my projects. All right, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone struggling with self-confidence?
Just know that like it's a temporary thing. Even in my worst days, I just try to tell myself like, you're not going to feel like this all the time. You didn't feel like this yesterday. You won't feel like this tomorrow. And I just think it's very important to have like that support group, whether it's family, friends, a therapist, a random community, work people, like keeping things in and like not expressing like how you feel, I think also has a lot to do with like negative self-talk and self-love. So I think it kind of all like plays a hand in each other, to be honest.
I would say too, like time. Take your time with it. It's not
like you like this is something that like you work on like all your life.
Totally. Like do the little immediate things like a bath, a movie, or whatever, like that, you know, will make you feel happy in the moment, and then do the work like a little every day, whether it's journaling, whether it's whatever makes you tick and keep going. Like that stuff is not going to be like one day and then you're mind-blowingly like feeling better about yourself. Like it's going to take a minute before you feel that benefit. So stick to it. And like you said too, like none of it lasts. Like all the like negative stuff, like in the moment you think it's forever, but it's not. So.
Anything that like everything is temporary. You know?
Okay, a little lighthearted. What's your go-to like purchase for yourself? Like favorite purchase?
Go-to? Ooh, I would say something, but I'm gonna keep this PG.
Oh geez.
Go-to for myself,
I feel like
I don't know, I'm like makeup, skincare, lip gloss. That's like my go-to.
I was gonna say crumble.
Like cookies.
Like a treat.
Yeah.
A nice like meal is always good for me.
Yeah. That's like the norm. I thought we were talking about like something I want to purchase that would make me feel better. A good meal, absolutely.
I don't think I have like a consistent product where I'm like, I'm going to get myself another t-shirt.
I don't. Like on my like bad day. No, I don't either.
Yeah. Because there are some people that are like, you know what? Screw it. I'm getting another hoodie. Yeah. And it's like, okay. Yeah. Or like my mom would get a nice piece of jewelry after like she would like hit a goal or something. Like she would always do like something like that, and I would never. I don't know. I don't treat yourself. Dina.
I don't. I don't really treat myself to stuff like that.
If you wrote a love letter to yourself, what's the first line?
Don't give up.
Really?
Yeah. Love yourself.
Girl, you cute.
You would have some line like that.
Or like, damn, that sucks. Or like, get up. Or something.
Yeah.
It would be mine. Something like,
move that ass.
what's up, girl? Hey, cutie.
K-O-T.
Okay. What's one thing about yourself that you absolutely love?
Like personality or looks or
I don't know.
like,
Which is one thing that you absolutely love? I think it could be anything.
honestly, I love my eyes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you thinking like trait wise?
I mean, yeah, I love my eyes too, though.
I do. I've been like really about them lately. Like re-falling in love with them. I feel like the color is
that's good.
changing.
That's amazing.
Does this like happen as you get older?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I would say my ability to like make people laugh or like keep it lighthearted sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
You have to have that.
Yeah. Especially when you're feeling
Yeah.
a little droopy on those bad days.
All right. Any final thoughts on self-love today?
No, I just think that it shouldn't be out of the ordinary to like take time for yourself.
Yeah.
And I hope that we get to a place where, you know,
Yeah.
it's the norm.
Yeah. It's like beyond normal.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but self-care is not curing everything. Like,
Yeah.
you got to put the
And
work
there's different
in,
things,
you know?
right? There's like self-improvement,
Sure,
self-acceptance,
exactly.
whatever. And I think we've touched on a little bit of all of that today. It's not just self-care,
No.
like, and it's not just a bath bomb. Like,
It's
that's
your
not,
pasta salad.
It's, yes, it's everything.
Literally.
All the selves.
Uh-huh.
I love the
Mixed
pasta
in.
salad.
Throw you a little Italian seasoning
When
on
you see
top.
this title and it says pasta salad,
Don't be alarmed.
now you know what we mean.
I drop
God,
Wanda's
I
recipe
want
below.
a bite
How
of pasta salad so
good
bad right
does
now.
that sound?
Literally.
Uh-huh. Cold.
Stop, my
Yeah.
mouth is watering. Okay, let's wrap up with 5 things from Swap
Sure.
that we would get to help us with our self-love journey or self-care journey.
So I did a cozy blanket or throw,
That's always good.
face and eye mask, essential oils, bath salts, or any handmade soaps,
Yes, that's good.
journals or self-improvement books,
Love those.
and then lastly, like a cozy sweater, scarf, or hat.
Love that. I
Yeah.
feel like those are all really good.
I just think like self-love snuggly for some reason.
Yeah.
You want to be cozy, warm. I don't know.
Some of mine are a little, okay, so I did like coloring books. I love coloring, just like get
Obsessed.
my mind off of whatever.
It is so freaking relaxing.
It really is. And even if I'm just like, I find myself sometimes like just doodling, like
Yeah.
in my office sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
putting borders on papers.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I love it. I think sometimes just walking around, and so like when it comes to like the Flea, just I've done like, you know, some solo workshops where like I just like walk around, and it really does something for like
I just did this.
the psyche.
And I
It
was
does.
like, wow, I feel good.
And just
I
like
felt so
adrenaline-
accomplished.
Yes.
After I was like,
Yes.
Christina tasked me something to do. And I was like, I got this. I can do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
After I was like, wow, I feel like
Feels
$1 million.
I also wrote down produce things. I mean, obviously, I feel like cooking is always therapeutic. So
Yeah.
I was like envisioning myself like making a salad or like a salsa type
Yeah.
of thing. Like I feel like I would love that. I also had candles and like a hoodie set. I also had music on here. You
mean,
know me and music. Like that is like therapy
Yep.
for me.
Yep.
But then I went a different route where I was like, okay, self-love for me is filling my social cup too. So like I wrote down a dress, perfume, and a clutch. Like take me out.
Yep.
Take me with my people that I
Yep.
love and like boost me up, you know, gas me out. And then the other side of me, so there's like 50-50 to Christina. It's like that, the clutch, dress, going out gal. And then there's the tea and NyQuil side where I'm just like, I'm rotting today.
I love that.
Do not disturb.
I love a rot
I am
day.
watching a movie. I'm starting it
Yep.
over 4 times because I'm
Yep.
falling asleep every single time.
Of course.
And I'm good, you know? So anyways.
I love that.
Final thoughts on self-love. It's February. This will probably be the last love topic we have
Yeah.
for a while. But
I would say just love yourself and remember that all of these feelings.
Everyone loves you, too,
Yeah,
I think,
everyone
too.
loves you and everything's temporary.
Love that. Agree. Yeah, that's it, man.
How you feeling? Feeling like
I
you need
love
to,
myself.
Yeah, me too.
I love you.
And we love you guys.
And we love you. Yes.
So as always, if you love us, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and thanks for listening to another episode of You,
Me,
and the
Flea.
Flea. See you next week.
Bye.